Hello everyone, I hope you're well and happy. Hopefully you'll have seen the title in the promotion for this live, and also just the title for it. Okay, so I want to talk about how you can be happy, if you can be happy whilst you are losing weight or on a weight loss journey. So happy is one of the key words in the title of the name of my program, which is Nutrition for a Happy and Healthy Weight Loss. And what do I mean by that happy thing? Well, I suppose first of all, what is my Nutrition for a Happy and Healthy Weight Loss program? It's a big long title, but there's a few key words in there: the nutrition, the happy and the healthy, and then of course the weight loss. So my program is a small group coaching program, okay, and that's one of my commitments, is that it will always be a small group coaching program. Normally around about 10, maximum of 12. It's facilitated at the minute through Zoom, with a tried and tested approach that I have developed over the years. And I'm a registered nutritional therapist, so have studied the body and functional medicine for about 4 years, and that's where it comes from. But I do have over 10 years experience in weight loss consultancy, and I've supported hundreds and hundreds of people every year to achieve their weight loss goals. My passion is working with women as they get that bit older, maybe just coming up to midlife and beyond, and helping you navigate your way to the very best possible health for you, kind of, rather than being on the downhill slope. As we get older, I see it as the best is yet to come. Roll on the next chapter, okay? So what's included in that program is it's 8 weekly coaching sessions, each one having kind of like a learning element as well as coaching you on the journey. There's loads of food lists to support the healthy weight loss, starter 14-day meal plan, meal planners, trackers, fact sheets, midweek support, and there's a lovely mindset workbook and journal that I have developed as well. Okay, so I just want to read you out a wee bit of feedback that I got from a client last night, and I was just delighted because that was the end of an 8-week session. She says, Janice, thank you so very much for all the help and knowledge that you have given me over the last 8 weeks. I've had a fantastic time on this weight loss program, and especially on a Thursday evening, catching up with everyone. I hope now that my healthier and happier food journey has started, I'll be able to continue it over the summer months, and losing the 10 pounds was a bonus. So that was just music to my ears. I was absolutely delighted to receive that feedback. And mindset is such an important part of weight loss, and that's why I've included the word happy in my title. And to be honest, I do find it hard to explain sometimes. But first of all, whenever I say happy, and it's kind of, crucial that we kind of quantify or qualify that a wee bit. It's not that perpetually feeling good, positive thinking, all that. Nothing wrong with positive thinking, but it's not that kind of happy ever after, pie in the sky kind of happiness. It's not the short term, I'll be happy if I get my own way, or I'll be happy if I can do what I want all the time or eat what I want all the time. It's not that kind of happiness, right? Instead, I encourage clients to really try and look at happiness as a relationship with reality, right? A relationship which requires a wee bit of focused attention, pretty much like all our relationships. The relationship that we have with food, with our body, with our weight changes as we age, and it needs attention paid to it if that whole relationship is to evolve pleasantly and peacefully and happily, okay? And the thing about it is, when we fight and we rail against the way things are, we're never happy. We're not going to be happy at the start. The journey will be troublesome and tiresome and a pain in the butt. And then, like, how under God can we expect to be happy whenever we get to the destination? So no matter what we're doing, whether it's weight loss, health, or, traveling to Timbuktu or something, right? And because we're so annoyed at the whole process, sometimes we give up and we never get there. So they start off trying to lose weight and eat healthily and make lifestyle changes. To start off that process from a place of negativity, from a place of, you know, I hate this, I hate my body, I hate the way I am, I hate the size I am. It never works, right? Now, it might work in the short term, but it doesn't work in the long term, just because of what I was talking about earlier. And the starting point for me with clients, whether it's one-to-one clients or in this small group, is that the realization that the body that we are in is serving you very well, has served you very well, and will continue to serve you very well. It's doing the very best it can, given the circumstances that it finds itself in. And those circumstances could be the stress, the hormones, our age, the environment, the sleep that we get, and the food that we are consuming. Okay, so the body's doing the very best it can, given what we're giving it, right? And if everything is not as it should be, if we're not the shape or the size, if we haven't got the energy, if we're not sleeping well, if we haven't got the mobility, whatever else, then some of those inputs have to change, okay? And so it's kind of at the beginning of any journey, of any change, it's trying to accept that, first of all, as it is, and then start to make the changes. Really, you know, whatever, you know, if it is your shape, if it is your body, if it is your size, whatever it is, it just needs a wee bit of love and attention, a wee bit of care and a wee bit of empathy. You know, and let's be honest as well, right? A wee bit of discipline. So I'm not saying it's like happy ever after, as I say, the pie in the sky thing. There will be a wee bit of discipline coming in there, but it's that wee bit of discipline with care, with love, with kindness. I just taking it gently. And I suppose whenever I'm thinking about that happy thing, right, I think about like a child who has a wee bit of discipline in their lives, a wee bit of structure, you know, a bedtime routine, a mealtime routine, a schoolwork routine. All in all, that child knows that they're important enough to have this wee bit of discipline, this wee structure. I'm not talking about like a real heavy-handed discipline, right? You know, doing it with a light hand. You know, but that child will know that they're important and will be productive and will enjoy life and is generally happy. Now, momentarily within that overall happy life that they're leading, there may be times whenever they're a bit huffy, because they can't have sweets at lunchtime, because they can't stay up past bedtime or on a school night, or because their friends do. And at various times, that discipline will go out the window, like holidays and birthdays. The routine just goes out the window for a bit, right? So that's the wee bit of flexibility. That's kind of like the light hand and the light touch, and then comes back to normal afterwards. But if you compare that to the child with no routine, no regular bedtime, eats what they want, when they want, gets everything they want, when they want it, you know, they have those momentary moments of happiness, but longer term, you know, they haven't got a clue what's going on in life. They've no real stability, no real handle on it, and they're always searching for the next fix. So I kind of think that that's us whenever our eating habits and our lifestyle habits have no structure or no routine or no, you know, it's all that kind of like momentary fix, that next thing. And as adults, in our relationship with what we eat and how and when we eat is exactly like that, right? So what I encourage for clients is a wee bit of a structure, okay, a bit of balance. Now that structure and balance will be different for each individual. And also will build in a wee bit of flexibility. So the happy that I talk about is the happiness that comes from and that you'll feel whenever you have made your health and wellness a priority. And you start to make decisions that support that health and wellness being a priority. The happy that you will feel whenever, you know, you start to pay some attention to the needs of your body, to nurturing your body, and not just listening to the short-term kind of screaming of your primitive brain, because we get two different messages from our brain, and the one that shouts the loudest is what's called the primitive brain, okay? And it tells you, you know, do it now, you're going to feel good now, you'll feel fine now, everything will be fine now. There is a more rational brain. doesn't scream it loudly. It's very calm. It kind of sits more in the background and, you know, speaks quite calmly, and it's trying to tell you that the short-term feeling's not going to last, that short-term benefit's not going to last, that really in terms of your long-term health and healthy eating, a healthy heart, a healthy weight, healthy gut, you know, is worth working for. But sometimes that rational brain is drowned out by that, I just want this thing now, right? So we really have to tune in and listen to it, listen for it. And so a lot of the work that we will be doing will be like around that, right? Tuning in and listening to it. And actually I've just been drafting up 2 new modules for the next course that's starting on next Thursday, the 24th of June. There's 2 places left, by the way, on appetite retraining. And, you know, just some tips and guidelines around that. And the thing about it is, whenever we change our bad habits, we usually and quite immediately become more mindful, you know, and while the better habits also soon begin to improve the mindfulness, you know, that can all, we can change what we eat and how and where we move, okay? So what we're looking at is something that is more long term. It's not a quick fix. It's not a lose a stone in a month and all that sort of thing, right? It's really looking at changing your habits, moving through and again, it will be different for each person, moving through the wee things that you know that you want to change, that you need to change, that will give you kind of like the biggest one. I'm a big fan of a guy called James Clear who's written a book called Atomic Habits, and it's really about how to make habits stick. And so here his top tips are: if you want to make a habit stick, make it obvious, so you know there's no getting away from it. Make it attractive, so make it something that either looks good, feels good, sounds good, is pleasing to the eye, all of that. Make it easy, so what can you do to make that habit nice and easy, and actually start with the easy ones first and make it satisfying so that you're going to feel really good. And those 4 things, I suppose, are core to and threaded through all the 8 weeks of the program that I deliver on. So that's just kind of like a wee bit about where the whole happy idea comes from. Healthy is grounded in my training as a nutritional therapist. I will never go for quick fixes or, you know, pills and potions or anything like that. You know, so it's all based on nutritional science and guidelines. So if you think that you might be interested in contacting me, either helping you to lose weight or just make health changes on a 1-to-1 basis, you can do that. Or as I say, the Nutrition for a Happy and Healthy Weight Loss Program is starting next Thursday, and I have 2 places left. I think there is a link in the video here, and I will also put a link in the comments, or just head over to JaniceTracyNutrition.com and you'll see, you know, work with me or book online, and you can get on there. So that's about us, folks. Looking forward to hearing from you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.